Picture this. The sun is shining, the pitch is pristine, and the sound of boots hitting the ground fills the air. But beneath this idyllic scene, there's a storm brewing, and it has nothing to do with the weather. It's transfer window season, and while fans are buzzing with excitement over potential signings, coaches are quietly pulling their hair out. Why? Because the transfer window is a double-edged sword that can turn even the most harmonious locker room into a pressure cooker of tension and uncertainty. Imagine being a coach, meticulously crafting your team's strategy, building chemistry, and nurturing player relationships. Just when everything seems to be falling into place, the transfer window swings open, and suddenly the stability you've worked so hard to establish is thrown into chaos. Players start to glance at their phones more often, agents are buzzing around like flies, and rumors swirl like confetti at a championship parade. One day, you're celebrating a hard-fought victory with your squad, and the next, you're left wondering if your star striker will be donning a different jersey by the weekend. But why does this create such a headache for coaches? For starters, the transfer window introduces a level of unpredictability that can disrupt even the best-laid plans. Coaches spend months analyzing opponents, honing tactics, and fostering team spirit. Then, out of nowhere, a new signing arrives, and suddenly, you have to rethink everything. Will this new player fit into your system? Will they gel with the existing squad? Or worse, will they create rifts among players who were once tight-knit? The pressure mounts as coaches scramble to integrate new talent while maintaining morale among those who might feel threatened by the arrival of fresh faces. And let's not forget the psychological toll it takes on players. The transfer window can transform even the most level-headed athletes into bundles of nerves. Picture a young player bursting with potential who suddenly hears whispers that the club is eyeing a big-name striker. How do you think that affects his confidence? It's a delicate balancing act for coaches who must reassure their players while simultaneously managing the expectations of the club's hierarchy. The pressure to perform intensifies, and the fear of being replaced can lead to anxiety that seeps into training sessions and matches. But wait, there's more. The transfer window doesn't just impact the players, it also creates a minefield of tension between the coaching staff and upper management. Coaches often have a vision for their team, and they know which players they need to execute that vision. However, transfer decisions can sometimes come from above, leaving coaches feeling like they're being handed a new puzzle with pieces that don't quite fit. Why would they sign a winger when I need a central defender? They might wonder, gritting their teeth as they try to make sense of the chaos. And let's not overlook the sheer volume of media scrutiny during this time. Every move is analyzed, dissected, and debated on social media and in the press. Coaches are bombarded with questions about potential signings, player departures, and their strategies for the upcoming matches. The constant barrage of speculation can be exhausting, especially when you're trying to focus on preparing your team for the next big game. As the transfer window draws to a close, coaches often find themselves in a race against time, trying to finalize their squad while managing the emotional fallout from those who feel sidelined. The tension is palpable, with players anxiously awaiting news of their futures, while coaches scramble to maintain a semblance of normalcy. So the next time you hear the buzz surrounding the transfer window, remember that for coaches, it's not just a time of excitement and possibility. It's a pressure cooker filled with challenges, tensions, and the constant fear of change. Amidst the excitement of new signings and potential superstars, coaches are just trying to keep their teams afloat, navigating the stormy seas of uncertainty. And that's why, Deep down, they might just hate the transfer window more than they let on.